it's such a fascinating time because China always seems to be looming, but you never know when the threat will ever be realized or if it is even a threat. Because sometimes people talk about China as if it is waiting to take over the world. But then whenever I listen to what Chinese politicians will say publicly, at least, they're like, China has no interest in taking over the world. China's interest is in making China the best in China. And they'll always say, like, we've been around for 5,000 years. We have no interest in going anywhere. Look at how big we are. Our goal is just to make this the shining beacon in the world. And it's interesting to see how different those two viewpoints are. The one viewpoint for most of the West is when a country's that big and that powerful, it's inevitable that it goes out.
Yeah.
And then the Chinese leaders will be like, no, you go out. We don't go out. We are going in, and we're trying to extend our tentacles to grow this thing as big as possible. Where does the truth lie as you see it?
Historically, it's control the home base.
Yeah.
And now more in the last couple decades, it's about having influence globally. We talked about commodity supply chains, even to some extent geopolitics. But I look to history. So the last time China, went out to Africa in imperial history was in the Ming Dynasty in the 1500s. So after that, they decided, hey, why are we going to Africa? It's too expensive. We should just focus on our own a great culture and economy and system. China doesn't have that same historical legacy of going out and wanting to invade other countries and have an empire. In fact, it has more of a historical experience of other countries wanting to try to take it over.
Yeah,
the British tried, obviously, and to some extent failed in the 1800s, but they did manage to take Hong Kong, for instance. So it's just it's a different frameworking, a different historical legacy. But I think in the last 2 decades, the Chinese understand, and I think this has really been borne out by the Iran crisis, is that you need to have influence a little bit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like with the Gulfies, with the Africans, with the Russians, have negotiations and deals everywhere so that if like there's a Strait of Hormuz crisis and 50% of hydrocarbons gets taken off the table for a period of time, then you can find resources to replenish your stockpiles and import from other places around the world. So that's the way that I look at it. Is it's less of an empire and it's more of a network of influence on trade, on geopolitics, on supply chains.